Today we're talking about Las Vegas versus California, and I am currently in Las Vegas. I'm going to be taking you guys on a quick tour. I couldn't think of a better place than to bring you to Town Square, because this is where a lot of people who are from California, when they think about moving to Las Vegas, start to explore and identify with. So we're going to be going on a tour today. We're going to be talking about the number one thing I get all the time, which is why people are moving here: the affordability, the cost of housing. Then we're going to talk about zero state income tax. We're going to talk about low property taxes. We're going to talk about the 4 places locals normally go to and explore and hang out where locals go. And we're going to be talking about that all right now. Now, once again, I'm up here in Town Square, and we're talking today about Las Vegas versus California. And the first thing I wanted to do is just show you a little glimpse of where we're going to be touring today. And I'm up here in a place called Town Square, and this is kind of like a little meeting spot, hangout. It's like a place where I would say Californians come when they're starting their journey, if they're thinking about moving to Las Vegas. This is like right to the south of the Las Vegas Strip. And once again, Town Square has everything. It's got all the restaurants, the dining, the food. It's got some movie theaters, everything. But what I want to talk about first is, as we start this journey and I take you around and I show you how cool things are up here, is they've got playgrounds for the kids in here. They've got splash pads, and they've got some hula hoops out here. All this is good. By the time lunch hits, this place will open up and people will start their journey either enjoying Las Vegas or exploring Las Vegas. And like I said, a lot of people start that journey about moving to Las Vegas right here because of its location to the Las Vegas Strip. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you about is affordable housing. So Las Vegas, the number one reason why Californians, and the difference between Las Vegas and California seems to be obviously the housing market. What you can get here for $500,000, typically in like LA, San Jose, the Bay Area, San Francisco, all that's going to cost you like easily like $1 million plus. So what you see happening, and we're going to be going through here in just a second. I'm actually going to walk you by that splash pad, but I got to show you Coffee Bean. So right here, as you walk through, that's the Blue Martini, and they have drinks at night. A lot of singles hang out there. It's kind of I used to hang out there when I was single. And we're going to start our journey here where a lot of people do here at Coffee Bean. You come down, get your coffee in the morning. They just opened up. So once again, we're in Town Square. So a lot of people are talking about the cost of housing here. Go on our website. So by the way, I just want to disclose I am a real estate agent here in Las Vegas, and I do sell residential homes and the high rises up here on the Strip. You should see my other tours. Homes in Las Vegas, go online, check it out, LasVegasRealEstate.org. What can you get in Las Vegas for $500,000 or $1 million? And how does that compare to what you get in California? Check out these hula hoops. They just put these out here for the kids today. They're getting ready for the kids. The kids are coming down. Isn't that fun? Coming on down. They got this nice little water park here. And so the first thing is going to be housing. Now, right after the housing is going to be the low property taxes. But most important is zero state income tax. The number one thing I hear from Californians over and over again is how they are getting so taxed in California that it's just wearing them out. They're tax exhausted. By coming here, some Californians are able to save up to 10 to 30% just by getting out of their tax situation and lower property taxes and moving to Las Vegas. Just that alone, 10 to 30% savings per month, per year. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you over here to the splash pad as we talk about something that's even more important, which is where do the Californians come and live? So So there's 4 communities basically that are really popular here. The first one is Summerlin out in the west, Henderson out in the east, Southern Highlands to the south, and then a place called Lake Las Vegas, which is actually on the water. Those 4 communities are the most popular. But the other thing we got to talk about is, but where do you hang out if you move here? If you're coming from Las Vegas to California, you might be thinking, am I giving up a certain lifestyle? No, not at all. Right behind me, as you can see, we're just in town center, which is one of 4 of those meeting places. So out of the meeting places that you have, you're gonna have, say, here, you know, town square, town center. You're gonna have Tivoli, which is up in Summerlin, on the outside of Summerlin. Also in Summerlin, you have downtown Summerlin. So if you have not been to downtown Summerlin, you have got to check out downtown Summerlin. So the other thing that you're going to have in Henderson, Nevada is its own separate city. And there you're going to have what's called the district. Okay, so once again, you find these little community hubs just like this. And like I said, it's early in the morning here and we're just hanging out. And I'm just trying to share with you just an idea of some of the social centers that do exist here inside of Las Vegas, this just being one of them. And as you can see, you have, you know, some fun things to do here. So once again, we're talking about where you want to maybe hang out if you're thinking about moving here to Las Vegas versus California. And once again, you're going to see that that's going to be you know, here, which is called Town Center, Town Square. You're also going to have Tivoli up in Summerlin, downtown Summerlin, and the district in Henderson. Those 4 are where the locals go. Now I'm going to take you on a walk. We're going to go down to Brio, which is where I like to go have lunch sometimes down here, try out their lobster bisque soup. And as we talk about that, I want to run it back with you again, once again, about housing. And if you were looking to move to Las Vegas, where would you get that vibe? Go ahead. See, they got their California plates on. I told you it's happening right here. Those Californians are starting their journey right here, thinking about either living in, moving in, or just exploring Las Vegas. So, once again, we're up here in town, you know, in the town square, south of the Las Vegas Strip. I'm gonna walk you over to Brio and down to these little shopping centers. If you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is kind of big, and it's actually easy to read. It's like a big square, and what's nice about here is we don't really have traffic. And if you look at it on a map, it's like a big checkerboard. But the places that you tend to want to hang out and explore, once again, are going to be those 4 communities, which is going to be Summerlin in the west, Henderson in the east, Lake Las Vegas, or Southern Highlands. Now, a lot of NFL players, the Raiders, all the Raiders, they moved here from California. And when they moved here, a lot of them went over to Southern Highlands because of the location to the Raider Stadium and their new training center. So Southern Highlands is right off here to the south, and it's also very easy access to this location here, which is Town Square. And what I also like about this area here is they have their own Raider store. We'll actually walk past that Raider store here in just a second. Let me walk you across the street. Let's just show you some of that shopping. So if you're thinking about going for a walk exploring Las Vegas, down here in the Town Square Town Center, they have the Apple store, they've got the clothing stores. You're gonna see right here, they've got, you know, probably a lot of people's favorite. You got Victoria's Secrets. That can be a lot of fun. And so once again, you know, when you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas versus California, you're giving up nothing. We have all the same shopping. We have all the great restaurants. You know, like I said, I mentioned over here, you got Brio. So once again, if you like lobster bisque soup, if you like, you know, exploring and getting to know more about Las Vegas, come down here to Town Center and explore that. So right over here, you got the Raider store. Now, if you're gonna be moving Las Vegas versus California, now the NFL team is here. You got the the Raiders. And I got to ask you guys, are you a Raiders fan? Are you ready for Raider Nation? Look at that. You can get yourself a big necklace just like that. That's kind of fun and cool. So once again, Las Vegas versus California. Our homes are like half the price of California. We have 0 state income tax. We have low property tax. We have less traffic. And on top of that, we still have all the great things that you're used to, such as all the great restaurants. We got the entertainment, you got the Las Vegas Strip, it goes on and on. And that's why you see so many people, 30% of our driver's license surrenders are currently from California. Californians cannot get enough of Las Vegas and that Las Vegas lifestyle. Now, real quickly, I gotta take you to one more store that you gotta know about, which is the Apple store, because so many people have Apple iPhones. So right over here, as I'm walking, you can see they're delivering everything right now. I came here early in the morning just for you guys. I came before the shops even opened just for you guys. Once again, town center, we're walking along. You can already see they're opening up the shops today. You can get your pressed juice. This guy's delivering all the fresh veggies right here. And so everything that you want is gonna be in Las Vegas. Now, so here's just some side note things about Las Vegas. Sports, we got the UFC here. All the major people who train and participate. Here's that Apple store I was telling you about. Look how cool that Apple store is. Everything you could possibly want going on here right in Las Vegas. So what are your thoughts? Are you thinking about moving from California to Las Vegas? Do you need a starting point? I suggest starting here at Town Square, Town Center, walk around. Then from there, go check out those other 4 places I mentioned, which are gonna be, you know, the town, here Town Center, Tivoli, downtown Summerlin, and the district in Henderson. Then maybe from there, go explore those communities that I talked about, which are gonna be, of course, again, Summerlin, Henderson, Southern Highlands, and Lake Las Vegas. Give us a call. If you don't know what to do, if you're just starting out, and this here starts to look like a lot of fun, like you're thinking, you know, I could dig this, I could dig Vegas. Splash pad's open now for the kids. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. And just this one center of Las Vegas is now getting ready to go. It's probably getting ready to go for you. So let me ask you this, where are you moving from? Are you moving from California? If so, what city are you moving from? What is the difference? What is the difference in the cost of living between where you live now and say, you know, Las Vegas? Our homes here start at $500,000. But you could come down here, hang out. Maybe you sell your home in California for $2 million and buy a house here in Vegas for $1 million and take the other $1 million and you put that in your pocket. Now that would be a lot of fun. I would say right now that a lot of the people who are coming from California, they are not working. They are either retiring or they're selling their homes, they're pocketing their cash, and they're taking a break because they're what I call California exhausted. And I gotta ask, if you're coming from California, are you exhausted from California? Are you exhausted from the taxes? Are you looking for a place that you can live that's in the top 10 most affordable cities? Out of the top 10 major cities, Las Vegas is already ranked the most affordable out of the top 10 cities in America. So I gotta ask you once again, are you exhausted from the taxes in California? Are you exhausted from the traffic? Are you ready to make a change? And if so, go on our website, LasVegasRealEstate.org. You can reach out to James Meadows, William Dawson, or Xander Shaw. Get on the phone with them and say, hey, I'm thinking about buying a home in Las Vegas. You know where they're all at. Take me on a tour of one of those 4 communities that we talked about. Either it's the #1 community, Summerlin, Henderson, Southern Highlands, or Lake Las Vegas. Let's see what we get for the money. Let's see the difference between Las Vegas and California. My name is William Margita. I'm encouraging you to get in your car, catch a plane, come down, see for yourself what is the difference between Las Vegas and California, and you can make your own decision. I'm gonna take you on a tour now. I've got so many, check out my other videos on this website. We talk about high-rise living, we talk about country club living, we talk about regular family living. Whatever living you want is gonna be here in Las Vegas, and I will see you on the next tour.